Friends, that day I told you that after that I will read for you. Next is canine. Let us start. On either side of incisors there are sharp pointed teeth. What are these called? These are called canines. So there are 4 canines, 2 in each jaw. They helps us to tear food into pieces, right? The premolar is what? There are 8 premolar, right? 4 in each jaw. So they grow next to canine. Where they grow? They grow next to canine. They are wide and have ribs in them. They help us to cut and grind the food. Molars. At the back of the jaw there are 12 molars. So there are totally 12 molars. There are totally 12 molars. 6 in each jaw. They are wider than premolar and have more ribs in them. They help us to crush and grind the food before we swallow it. Now what it helps? It helps us to crush, right? It helps us to crush. So let me underline it. It helps us to crush and grind the food before we swallow it. Swallow means to get inside our throat, or as you can say the neck into stomach, like a digestive system goes. Now activity. So this activity I am giving you homework. Try this at home. So let us see and tell me how it looks. To study the number and types of teeth, you will need a mirror and an adult partner. You can take your parents too. Observe your teeth in a mirror and count them. Note the various types of teeth. Ask your partner to open his teeth, or as you can say mouth, and count the various types of teeth. Write your observation in your notebook. Okay? Next is the structure of tooth. Each tooth has 2 main parts. So what are they? They are crown and root, which are separated by a thin narrow neck. The crown is the top part of tooth. It is seen above the gum. Where it is seen? It is seen above the gum. The root is the lower part of the tooth. It cannot be seen. Okay? It cannot be seen. Next is, you can see here a diagram of tooth. First is crown, neck, root, enamel, dentine, pulp, nerves and blood vessels. Now I will tell you what is the meaning of blood vessels. Blood vessels is a tube through which blood flows. Okay? You should remember it. Now see here. It cannot be seen as it is inside the gum. It holds the tooth firmly in place. The neck is surrounded by the gum. A tooth has 3 layers. What it has? It has 3 layers. The outer white layer is called the enamel. So what is the first layer? The first layer is enamel, which is the 3-layer tooth. Okay? The enamel is the hardest part. You should know this. So what is enamel? It is the hardest part of the body. Next is the middle layer of the tooth that is slightly yellow is called the dentine. The 2 part is dentine. Okay? So what is this? It is softer than the enamel. Okay? You can see in the picture also dentine. This yellowish. This is the dentine. It is softer than enamel. Okay? Which is harder. So enamel is harder, but dentine is softer. The innermost layer of the tooth is called the plum, or as you can say pulp. The pulp is soft and has blood vessels and nerves. The nutrients reach the tooth through the blood vessels. Now I can do it. First, milk teeth begin to grow when a baby is about -months old. So it's your choice to do. Teeth that helps us to tear food into piece are dash. Premolar grow next to dash. The dash is the hardest part of the body. The innermost layer of the tooth is called the dash. So first you will do, it's your class work. Will do, and next day I will give you this answer. Next is that correct ways to brushing. First you have to do like this. They are correct ways. Now how you will take care of your teeth and gums? Healthy teeth are a part of a healthy body. Our teeth along with the tongue and saliva helps us to chew food so that is can be swallowed and digest easily. We should take good care of our teeth. Brush your teeth twice a day, once in the morning and once at night before going to bed. Gently massage the gum with a finger. Use dental floss to clean between the teeth. Clean your tongue also to remove germs. Rinse your mouth after every meal. Means you have to wash your mouth after every meal. Do not use pins or sharp object to clean your teeth. You should use floss. Okay? Floss. Healthy diet for healthy teeth. What we eat determines the health of our teeth and gums. Food rich in calcium such as milk, yogurt, cheese, almonds and eggs keep the enamel of our teeth strong. Fibrous food such as vegetables and fruits helps to keep our teeth and gums strong. So you all will tell this. Food rich in vitamins C and D make our teeth strong. Foods such as orange, lemon, tomatoes and broccoli are rich in source of vitamins C. Okay? So these all foods, orange, lemon, tomatoes and broccoli are rich in vitamin C. Now vitamin D is present in fish. So vitamin D, where is it is present? It is present in fish, wheat and even egg. We should avoid sugary food. Avoid means you should not eat too much sugary food. Sugar stay on the teeth for a long time. It allows germs to grow. Soft drinks such as colas damage the enamel of our teeth. Next is healthy habit for healthy teeth. Crunchy food such as apples and carrots brush away food particles from the teeth. So like crunchy fruits and apples, crunchy food like apples and carrot. What did it just? It brush away our food particles from the teeth, just as toothbrushes. The saliva produced. So who produce? The saliva produced when we eat an apple or carrot. Okay, produced when we eat an apple or carrot washes away bacteria and food particles. A fibrous fruit or vegetable also stimulates our gums and keep them healthy. So a dentist is a doctor who takes care of gums. So who is this? So who takes care of our gums and teeth? A dentist. Okay? There are many doctors, but all doctors cannot see teeth, right? Dentist only take care of teeth and gums. So he is the doctor or she is the doctor of teeth and gums. We should visit a dentist once in 6 months. So we should visit once in a 6 months. We should visit a dentist or dentist. The dentist checks our teeth for cavities. So what the dentist does, it checks our cavities, that cavities are done or not. Next is she or he also checks our gums. She or he means here he is the dentist. Regular visit to our dentist can help to prevent damage. of our teeth and even gums. So what is next? Let us see. Microbes. Microbes are extremely small living things. So what are microbes? They are very extremely small living things. They can only be seen under a microscope. So where they can be seen? Only it can be seen by a microscope. So our question can come, by whom it is seen? By which thing? Okay, by which thing this microbes can be seen? Okay. Some microbes are useful to us. Some microbes are useful to us, but some microbes are harmful to us and can cause diseases even. So diseases causing microbes are called germs. So what are they called? They are called germs, which cause our microbes, which cause our diseases, are called germs. So here are 4 pictures of microbes. First is bacteria, next is viruses, next is protozoa, and next is fungi. Bacteria causes diseases such as typhoid and tuberculosis. Viruses are smaller than bacteria and causes diseases such as a common cold and influenza. Protozoa causes diseases such as malaria and dysentery. Fungi can grow on head, plants and animals. They cause diseases such as ringworm. So what they can cause? They can cause ringworm and arthritis foot. So we saw many causes in different diseases. Okay. So next is our useful microbes, which are useful. First is that bacteria change milk to cheese or curd. What did bacteria change? It changed from milk to cheese or curd. Bacteria helps to digest food. So what did bacteria help? It can come question. You have to write that bacteria helps to digest our food. Some bacteria helps in the decaying of dead plants and animals. Now what is some bacteria does? You have to write that some bacteria help in the decaying of dead plants and animals. This is very important, okay? So it's very important for cleaning up. So it's very important for cleaning up our surroundings. So we will read about surroundings to our environment, but not now. That surroundings, how much is important for keeping our surroundings clean. We should keep our surroundings clean. Okay, we will read that. We eat mushrooms, which are fungi. So we eat mushrooms. Okay, I saw many people eat mushrooms, right? Which are fungi or fungi. So some people eat mushrooms, but some people, about 100% or about 89%, they eat fungi mushrooms, which causes diseases, right? Like ringworm and athlete's foot. Next is we get medicines from certain microbes. For example, penicillin is made from a fungus called Penicillium. It can come in your question. Now what is a fungus? A fungus called yeast. A fungus called yeast helps in making bread and cake fluffy. Right? Now there are 3 pictures. First is one cake, curd and bread. Now let us read this. It's fact. Microbes are the oldest form. You have to learn this. It's very important for learning. It can come. Microbes are the oldest form of life on earth. Now what are they? They are the oldest form of life on earth. The outer number, or so to say, outnumber all other living things. Okay, all other living things are make up mostly matter. Mostly living matter. Most microbes do not cause diseases. Now you have to learn this also. Now most of microbes do not cause diseases. Okay, it can come in your true false also, that did your microbes can cause diseases? Of course, but all microbes can cause diseases? No, most microbes can cause diseases, but many does not causes diseases. Next is our formation of cavities. If we take good care of our teeth, we can save them from decaying. We eat like rice, sweets, sugar, right? This gullas. So when we eat, bites of food remain stuck to our teeth. This can cause growth of germs. If we do not plaque, it develops on the teeth. Okay? Plaque is made up of bites of food, saliva and germs that live in the mouth. These germs feed on the bites of food stuck in the teeth and produce acids. So what it is a type? It's a type of a chemical. Acid, it is a type of a chemical. Now over time, the acid eat through. So over time, what does it? The acid eat through whole thing, whole your teeth, which is called your cavity. Okay, which is called your cavity. Next, you can see here, if the cavity is not filled in time, it can cause further decay. So if the cavity, so you have to underline this or write this, if the cavity is not filled in time, it can cause further decay. When the germs attack the dentine and reach the pulp, the tooth, they cause severe pain. Tooth decay also result in bad breath, bleeding, gumming and indigestion. Okay, or as you can to say is indigestion. It may even cause the tooth to fall out. Okay, so our chapter is still here. I think you understood this chapter, the teeth. So next we shall do all these. Okay, we shall do all these exercises. So you can see all these exercises in part 3 of this chapter. Next we will do a new chapter called the digestive and excretory system, which is very important to learn who are being a doctor eventually. So thanks for watching the video, and eventually don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so thanks for watching this video and bye.